Hey guys, welcome back to Tools on a Budget. Today I have this Hyper Tough high torque impact wrench. This was recommended by one of the viewers who let me know that they just released the new regular impact wrench, a mid torque and a high torque. And then also I'm going to be bringing the 12 volt impact wrench. Apparently they did like a revision where now it has a 2 switch where you can go 1 and 2 speed. I also want to test out, see if it still hangs up a lot with like the really tight bolts once you run out of battery. See if they change the cells out on those batteries or anything. But yeah, today it's just going to be an unboxing for this one. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be doing the torque test. So stay tuned for that video. And then a couple days after, I'll probably do the disassembly. I like doing the disassemblies because I get to see what kind of components they put in there, see if they cheap out and stuff. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and open this. Let's see what comes inside. Let's see. And sorry I haven't been making videos. I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house. Haven't really had too much time. I'm almost done, so I'll be back to my regular schedule of videos and stuff. So here it is. It's pretty beefy. Feels like the battery comes pre-installed, and that's not. Okay, so you get like a it's like a basic little charger. Sorry about the wind, guys. It's super windy here right now. I just wanted to get this video out so you guys can see what the tool looks like and stuff. So this is like the same thing as most of the Hyper Tough 20 volts, where it doesn't feel like the highest quality plastic. I'm sure you don't have to worry about it though. They do give you a 3-year warranty. Let's go ahead and look at some of the specs here. So it says a 20 volt max, half-inch impact wrench, 0 to 1800 rotations per minute, and the impact rate is 0 to 2400 beats per minute. It's rated at max 826 foot-pounds and then breakaway 900 foot-pounds. Comes with a 4.0 lithium-ion battery, and it says it claims it's 7.5 pounds with the battery. We'll go ahead and test that right now. Pull out my little scale. Let's see. So let's see what it weighs. So it's grams. Feels like it's busted. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. So let's put the battery in. They do have a QR code now. 4 amp hour, 20 volt. Feels pretty good. One thing I do see is the fan is just a basic white plastic fan. Nothing too fancy in there. Okay, so it has a ramp up, so it probably has a couple modes. So it's on auto, that's why it has ramp up. Switch it to I guess it has to have power to switch it. Oh, that's auto mode. Man, they really did make this easy to switch modes. So maybe we should read the instructions. Okay, see. It's really weird. It doesn't want to change modes, or at least the light doesn't change. Let me show you guys. Oops. So you press the button and it looks like it's in auto mode. Huh. It does feel like it has some torque to it. I don't really like the ramp up mode. It's kind of like some of the older DeWalt's and some of the older Milwaukee's. It just gives it like an older feeling. I like how the newer ones are just instant torque, which is really a lot of times. So what matters, you get those first 4 or 5 seconds, you get the that breakaway torque, and this one feels like it's ramping up. I mean, it still feels, it sounds pretty strong. Motor sounds good, everything. Can't wait to take this one apart. I'm just weirded out about these how these buttons work. Maybe you have to hold the button. Let me see. No. That's really weird. Maybe we just messed up. Maybe mine's defective. It won't switch power modes. Huh. That's pretty interesting. So I guess when the light's on, that means the auto mode is on. So you can just turn that off. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Well, we're gonna have to look more into that. Doesn't seem like it wants to change though. On some guns, it has to have the little light indicating that there's power running to the switch, and then it lets you go ahead and switch. But this one, for some reason, is really not doing anything. I'm gonna read the manual real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I'm back. I figured it out. I read the manual, and it's when you reverse, it's always, you can't really change the power mode. It's always full beans. But when you go forward, it does go ahead and let you switch how you want it. Pretty cool. I do like that. So you're not always snapping bolts and stuff. Not bad. I think the Bauer has no power mode, so this is actually a step up. Let me look for like a check. Don't quote me on that. I will double check tomorrow. So I'll probably do a review where I put this up against the Bauer. And honestly, this would probably put it at the cheapest high torque impact I've bought out of the box with battery. You don't have to worry about a deal or nothing. This was $99, shipped, free shipping. You can always pick it up. They have them. I went to the Walmart by my house today, and I saw a couple there. So yeah, $99 for a high torque impact wrench, really not bad at all. Especially if this thing doesn't have any like issues where like the smaller 12 volt one, where it'll stop and stuff after the battery discharges and stuff. If you have none of those issues, then this is a really solid deal. And I'll probably recommend this because $100. Can't get much for $100 nowadays, especially when it comes to power tools. Even you go and get like the cheapest Milwaukee drill, and it's like $150 with a small little battery and a charger. And they throw in a bag to make you feel like it's a good deal. Yeah, Milwaukee's good tools and stuff, but you know, with times being the way they are, a lot of people are looking for budget alternatives for the big name brands. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and test this out tomorrow, and then after that video, stay tuned. I will take the whole thing apart. I like to do the torque test first, just in case I do mess something up when I'm taking it apart. You never know if there's like some wire attached to it, and I might yank it and rip it off or something. But from what I see here, the only thing I don't like is that the color of the fan. But I mean, color is a color, you know. They just didn't add a dye to it when they put it through the mold. Not a big deal. It's just something aesthetic. It would be a little bit more pleasing if they threw a couple of beads of black color in there, or red, whatever, make it look, you know, they have the red and black design here. It would look a little bit cooler. A couple of cost saving measures there from what I can see just on the outside. Also, the plastics, it's not the best quality, but you know what, I haven't had any trouble with their 12 volt stuff. I've been using it a lot. I just don't like that when the batteries, I've noticed even now with the 4 amp hour battery, as I've used it more, it does have that thing where it'll lock up, and you have to keep pulling the trigger to finish it off once it goes like below half charge. Don't really like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the other one probably tomorrow, and then I'll probably do a video of that during the weekend. So stay tuned for that. Remember, guys, if you like these videos, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and stay tuned for the review. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.